Basically, our brain is located within this cavity, the cranial cavity, and the cranial cavity is divided in what? In three: anterior, mid, and posterior. Any problems related to the posterior part of the brain, or mean occipital, cerebellum, and the brainstem. Any problem in this area, including the cisterna magna, the meninges, the subarachnoid space, or any other structure, they refer to it by posterior fossa problems, diseases. Not to make it so hard on you to understand it, you guys know that a lot of fetuses, babies, they're born with the anomaly in their brain, correct? Like for example, Down syndrome. You guys heard about Down syndrome, the trisomy 21, correct? Mm-hmm. There is problem in their posterior fossa, so they do not refer to any structure, they call it posterior fossa anomaly. So I'm going to show you one of the posterior fossa anomaly that it belongs to your cisterna magna and to the cerebellum. Even if we didn't talk about it, we're gonna talk about it today.
Baha, you can move the keyboard too if you want.
Huh?
You can move the keyboard over there if you want.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I cannot make it bigger than that. But this is the brain of the fetus, yet did not born. That's the anterior, and that's the posterior. This is the cerebellum. And between the cerebellum, which is you guys are going to learn, supposed to be the area where the right and the left hemisphere will be connected. Meaning, I am talking about those two. And I'm talking about the area that connect both of them. Which is this part, exactly where I put my finger. We refer to it by the vermis. Those babies, they're born with no vermis. They don't have, they're missing this area. Now, your cisterna magna is exactly my finger. If I'm missing this portion, what's gonna happen to the cisterna magna? It's gonna what? Go and filled with the fluid toward the inside, so it will be enlarged. So what are you seeing? The calibers measuring over here. The cisterna magna, which is, this is your cerebellum. If you move that way, posterior, this is your cisterna magna. If you move more toward posterior, you will see your occipital bone. What did you find, sir?
I was just looking at the definition for it, and it said that it's located lower posterior fossa bordered by the medulla.
Okay,
The medulla
so
is
it is posterior, correct?
to the medulla. I was just, so like in the sagittal picture, it looks like
It is posterior to the medulla?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you know where is your medulla?
below the pons.
This is the medulla.
Yes,
So it is posterior to it. That's mean over here.
yes. But it looks like it's between the
If it's not, it is not a, what's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Mr. Brandon, it is not about the point. I can give you 100 if you wish. I'll correct it to everybody, but what you guys going to remember? It is located what? Posterior. It is not for grade, it is for you to learn, correct? Okay, I'll give it to everybody. If you missed it, I give it, but just remember, sometimes the drawing picture are not accurate. Just gentleman he drew. Okay, but it is located posterior, as you can see in this picture and this picture. This picture also measuring the cisterna magna, but this is posterior, this is anterior. So those two pictures are opposite of each other. And this is, we call it, if you wish to remember, Dandy-Walker syndrome. those babies, they are retarded forever if they make it toward the end. Any more questions, guys?
Yes, Dr. Baha. I didn't want to bring up question 19. I had a question about question 19.
It's an image, question 90?
19.
19.
No,
It's
it's
a,
a regular question.
okay, go ahead, read it.
It's just the breakage that separates right and left lateral ventricles.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I had a little trouble understanding the question. So it was the cavum pellicudum, correct?
Cavum septum, pellucidum.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. But was that classified as a structure or?
It is brain structure, and that's the only structure in your brain that it is identified on the midline.
Okay, yeah.
Everything else on the midline of your brain is what? Is completely separated except for the corpus callosum.
Okay. All right, so it would still be the something cavum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Can I lower the lights a little bit? Can I lower the lights a little bit so we can see the
Lower
screen?
the lights a little bit. Yeah, we can lower the light a little bit. Just don't fall asleep, okay?
I make no promises.
Is enough that way?
Yeah.
Are you sure? For today we will be finishing the rest of the cranial region, anatomy, and of course the images. So your next week lecture will be on the next chapter, which is related to the spine. Okay, so the best way to review for this cranium, whatever we did talk from A to Z, the bone, the soft tissue, the eye, everything, including the brain, what you guys have learned. Try to obtain or try to get images either from those books that Mrs. What's her
Aliyah.
name? Leah, she
Aliyah.
downloaded. Aliyah.
There you go.
Mrs. Aliyah, she downloaded on your discussion, which is the last one. I told you I like the last one. So they have all the cross section, axial and sagittal for the whole entire cranial region. And try as much as you can to look at the structure and name them. Or later on today, I can show you different way if you wish to learn proper way. That's what I do. This is what I did to learn because I used to be a student just like you guys, okay? Not too long time ago, okay? Just 20 years ago, I used to be behind that side, okay? And of course, I have good excuses for my instructor, okay? I can lie, I can give him good excuses, and I challenge him. So there is different way of learning if you guys wish, and I will show you later on today. Okay?
Mm-hmm.